still don't know when, but we'll be here to report it out.
What about the early votes that arrived by mail?
Yes, I know Donald Trump is malding. It does not matter, okay? Yes, Donald Trump is malding. I do not care. It literally doesn't matter that he's fucking malding. And, yeah, it's just, it doesn't matter. Yeah, oh, Pennsylvania votes, whatever. Shut the fuck up. Stop. Like, he's literally like a baby. Remember that Donald Trump is like a baby. He just wants, he just wants attention right now. And his party is fucking falling apart. And who gives a shit? Fuck him. Polling is broken. If Warnock wins by 2 and Ossoff wins by 1, as the New York Times Needle now predicts, that would, among other things, be a much-needed outstanding performance for pollsters. Damn, Nate Silver is like, he's on one, dude. I wonder why he wasn't invited to any of the shows tonight to give analysis. Nate, you can come onto my broadcast, brother, if you want.
Mr. Sterling was saying 171,000 votes. Democrats, we expect to get about 80% of those votes if it continues to track what we've been seeing in DeKalb County. So that could potentially be game changing. Now, again, we want to see the votes come in. We'll see if there's a discrepancy between two officials on the ground. They'll be on the phone. They'll work it out. We'll see if it stays that way. But if you're Raphael Warnock, you're up in 82% here. John Ossoff, you're getting 81% here. The question is, if that 60% outstanding, 58% outstanding is only 130,000 votes, even if you get 80% of it, it's not. Now, there are still some other votes out here. There's still, we're not done everywhere else, but that's the biggest basket of votes. And if it was 171,000 and you get 80%, it's enough to overcome that. If it's 130,000 and you get 80%, it gets you a whole lot closer, but it's not enough to overcome it. So that's a big change in the math, and we'll continue to watch as it comes out. The biggest way to understand, is to report them. And DeKalb County is by far the slowest of Georgia's counties doing its work tonight. And so then you're asking, is there anything else out here still? Gwinnett's up to 95. Fulton's up to 99. If you're the Democrats,
I gotta run a fucking ad.
It's great. You got 73% of the vote in Fulton County, but you're done.
Top of the hour, every hour, 6-second ad break. I didn't run one at 7 p.m., so I'm gonna run one now. If you'd like to no longer see the ads, and if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free by connecting your wife's boyfriend's Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account by getting 1 free monthly Twitch Prime subscription. Hit that fucking button now. The ad is starting now, and then I'm going to run another one at literally the top of the hour. Sorry, folks. Okay. What is the prediction?
A hill, but still a steep hill.
Oh, there's a new Gamba, too.
Against Kelly Loeffler.
There's a new Gamba.
Nick says they're going to work through the night.
A new Gamba.
88% right now. 82,000 votes for Senator Loeffler. 113,000 plus and change for Senator Perdue. Republicans are getting more confident, but we still have some votes to count.
Once again, in Chatham County and Savannah, what percentage is outstanding?
Up to 82.
18% still outstanding.
18% still outstanding, but look at the numbers. Just in terms of it's a very important base of Democratic votes, but it's a smaller base of Democratic votes. And the turnout we're seeing, at least, we'll see what the final numbers come in. That's an estimate, that 82%. But again, you're looking at 54% for John Ossoff there with 82% in. If you go back, Joe Biden had 78%. So we know turnout would drop. It's not a presidential election. But early voting broke records. This turnout for a runoff will break records. The question is, how close do you get to the presidential number? And you're seeing here that it's well below. It's well below here. And again, the question will be, and we have to get to the finish line first, then you'll have the post-mortem about where was turnout up, where was turnout down, where did we meet our metrics or not. Chatham County is a place I'm looking at right now thinking the Democrats probably aren't meeting where they thought they needed to be. And so you're just moving around other Democratic areas. Richmond County at 95%. So if you're the Democrats and you're seeing that number above 100,000, above 113,000, you're saying, where can we get it? The only place that has giant pools of votes, that size votes, are here in the Atlanta suburbs, especially that Fulton, Atlanta, and the largest suburbs right around it is mostly in. If that's at 99% and you're Democrats, you start thinking, 100,000 votes? Can we make that up? That's a steep hill, Wolf. And again, we'll wait. We need these votes to come in. But with that being the only big basket of Democratic votes still outstanding, you're looking at 113,004 there. You're looking at 82,000 there. Raphael Warnock has a better chance to see. We'll see what DeKalb comes in, but we need those votes.
Bro, 30 minutes ago, there was 171,000 votes that are still remaining in DeKalb County where, like, Democrats have a clear lead. Like, radical liberal Raphael Warnock will make up that fucking disparity, brothers. Like, do not worry. Fear not. Okay? I don't know why you are fearful when you should be fearless. Okay? The real fearful moment is about waiting for the big cities in GA to produce their laughably lopsided votes for the Dems. The cities always report last so they can see how many votes are needed. Dude, come on, dude! And Coulter! What a fucking freak! Oh my lord! The last 4 years have me thinking to prepare for the worst, so I assume the worst at all times. Can I be happy? So I can be happy when something good happens? I mean, dude, don't be happy. Like, don't worry. I will fucking doom pill you after this victory, if there is a victory, by the way. But
Democrats need them both. Democrats need them both, and the consequences are enormous. A 50-50 Senate gives Joe Biden a chance, as we said. You know, he controls the agenda. It's not easy. You can't pass big things, 50-50, but it's a lot easier. You'll have a different set of headaches. Progressives would be demanding bold change. If you have the Senate majority, you'd rather have that headache than Mitch McConnell controlling what comes to the floor of the Senate.
Yeah, let's see what happens in DeKalb County. We're watching this very closely. David Chalian, what are you seeing?
Wolf, we've been tracking all night as the vote has been coming in, how much of the vote that's in is early vote versus election day vote. Right now, 88% of the estimated vote is in. We're waiting for that last 12% to find out who's going to win these races. Jon Ossoff, 1.867 million. David Perdue, 1.981 million right now with 88% in. How much of this vote that's in there is pre-election early vote? Take a look. It's down to 73%. You remember earlier in the evening, way earlier, it was 74% when you first came to me. Now it's down to 73%, and that is right at what we expect the overall early vote to represent. We think it'll be at 72%, but it's right there. So now it has come down as more election day vote has come in. That's why we see David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler with the leads in these races right now. More of that Republican-friendly election day vote has come in. Now we're down at the percentage that we expect to see of the early vote versus the election day vote. Same thing in the Warnock-Loeffler race.
Uh-oh.
Absentee by mail, early in person. We expect it to be at the end of the night.
Uh-oh. Radical liberal Kelly Loeffler is taking over. Kelly Loeffler is taking over the fucking the CNN stream, brother. Let's see where the fucking MSNBC boys are at. I want to see a little bit of Kornacki. I'm a little bummed that they don't have the NBC as they usually do. Like, usually NBC at least has a live stream on YouTube, and they don't have it this time around. Ossoff is canceled? Why? Looking forward to your write-up on the new Imagine Dragons album. Are you guys fucking mining Jon Ossoff's, like, shitty takes from when he was, like, a media guy? Is that what you're doing right now? Because don't do that. All right, let's see what Kornacki's got.
Precincts we're not quite sure this is all the vote.
Give us the fucking hammer.
It's very, very close. But again, the Biden standard 72-6. Warnock comfortably above that at this point with this much vote in 1.1 points above it. You know, and there's Ossoff teetering above it. Yeah. And you were saying, Rachel, 72.9 in Fulton and 73.7 in Fulton, almost a full point in a county that's 10% of the state. Yeah, that can add up. A margin here for Warnock of 205,000 votes. A margin for Ossoff of 198,000. That's a difference of 7,000 votes between them in that county. So, I think we see in the Atlanta metro area. Let's see if we can pull up another one here. Clayton County. Look, Ossoff is above the Biden number in Clayton County, 88.4. Warnock's only 1/10 of a point above him there. Warnock 1/10 of a point above. They're both above the Biden number there. I think the Democrats have been getting numbers out of the Atlanta metro area that they wanted to see. These numbers so far that they've been seeing are right where you would think, if Democrats put out a map, exceed Biden. They've been exceeding Biden where they need to. We showed you a number of these small rural counties with large black populations. We were seeing Democrats 2-3 points above the Biden number in a lot of these counties. The percentage of the vote in a lot of these counties was significant, black populations. Again, you were seeing Warnock and Ossoff both above the Biden number, but Warnock just a little bit above, where Ossoff was. So they were both exceeding it there, but Warnock was exceeding it by a little bit more. When I look at this tonight, where was there bad news so far for Democrats? Look, the worst news for Democrats could be if they don't get what they're hoping for out of DeKalb here when that comes in. But otherwise, Cherokee County, this ended up being bad news for Democrats tonight. With what's in so far, Republicans
The GOP lead has steadily grown, but it's made no dent in our estimate. In fact, Democratic changes have inched upwards as the GOP opportunities to beat our expectations to come back gradually dwindle.
Bedroom community county, again, 2 points above the Trump number there. So Republicans sort of in these exurbs, not all of them, but some of these sort of big population dense, exurban counties, Republicans are hitting pretty good numbers there. So it's not everywhere has been good news for Democrats tonight. But again, Atlanta metro and rural counties with significant black populations, Democrats have exceeded Biden. I think you've seen that pretty steadily tonight.
What I'm seeing when I look at that is that there are some parallel situations. I was just going down in my notes through the big population, most Republican counties. And as you're pointing out there, in Cherokee County, in Forsyth County, I'd be interested in looking at like Hall County and Paulding County and stuff too. But we are seeing in those places that the Republican Senate candidates are outpacing Trump a little bit. But on the other side of the ledger, the counties in which Democrats are outpacing Biden a little bit are much bigger counties with many more votes, where 2/10 or 3/10 above the Biden standard is going to be a larger number in absolute terms when you get down to it. And let us not forget that the Biden standard was a winning number in Georgia, and the Trump standard was a losing number in Georgia. And so it just feels to me like Republicans have to put it together from so many different places right now, whereas Democrats just got to look in one place, because when those numbers come in DeKalb, that's going to be the ballgame.
Yeah, and I mean, again, one way to look at this too, I think, Rachel, along the lines of what you're saying here, is it's a 98,000 vote lead for David Perdue. Again, it's DeKalb. We don't need to repeat it for the millionth time right here. But remember that Jon Ossoff back in November finished 88,000 votes under David Perdue. When everything was in, Perdue had 88,000 more votes than Jon Ossoff. I don't know how this is exactly all going to shake out here, but I don't think Ossoff is, even if Ossoff loses this, it's not going to be by 88,000 votes. Ossoff has improved since November. I think that's very clear. And Ossoff has improved since November. Ossoff has improved since November. It's also clear Warnock is going to finish 25 to 30,000 votes, it looks like, better than Ossoff in this thing. So Ossoff's made strides. Warnock is outpacing Ossoff. So Democrats made up ground from November. We'll see again with DeKalb if it ends up being enough to put them over the top in the state. But what we're saying about the half a point here, the point here, the 2 points in these rural counties, offset a little bit, but not entirely by what Republicans do in the exurbs.
Can't wait for Joe Biden to still be like, we need to concede to the Republicans every step of the way. Like, I totally don't think that he's going to use budget reconciliation as a very obvious weapon to push for any sort of measure, any sort of progressive policy that he absolutely could.
Reporting DeKalb County is the lion's
share. Or even if he does, Joe
remains,
Manchin is going to be Mr. Deficit Hawk.
Sake, DeKalb County is a majority black county. It contains about 10% of the city of Atlanta. In the
you gotta reach
November
across the aisle,
election,
Jack.
it was 83 to 16. Biden over Trump. And so as we wait for a significant portion of DeKalb County, more than 50% of DeKalb County to come in, particularly early vote, and vote that is likely to trend just as Democratic as anything else in that county, that's where Democrats' hopes lie in terms of both of these candidates being able to make up the difference between them and the Republican leaders right now and potentially surpass them. That's where things stand right now, and that's why we are pushing toward 11 o'clock, going tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. We're going to take a quick break right now and come back as soon as we get those numbers in. Stay with us.
I'm going to run probably another ad, too, just to make up for the previous ad that I had. Wait. Remembering the greatest campaign of all time? Yeah. Yeah, this was so good. David Perdue, totally exonerated, no wrongdoing. It was so good. It was so fucking good, dude. I mean, come on, dude. Come the fuck on. It's like that super old fucking cliche joke where it's like the "I'm not a pedophile" t-shirt I'm wearing is answering a lot of the questions that people keep asking me about the t-shirt. You know what I mean? New Chrisman tweet alert. He did it. The bastard went and did it. He jacked us off. He jacked us all off. Damn. What an ad to get people to vote for you. Yeah, Gabriel Sterling just tweeted the CNN was wrong and that DeKalb County has 171,000 votes. Outstanding. Big frost off. Yeah, I already mentioned that. Disappointed that my totally exonerated t-shirt never came in. Proud Boys are losing their minds in fucking DC. Life is good, boys. Life is good today. You know, being a progressive, you gotta remember that, like, QAnon idiots used to be my friends who voted red in DeKalb. Being a progressive, you got to remember that, like, most of these wins are not necessarily wins for the progressive cause all that much, but, you know, marginal. Oh, here, I wanted to show you guys a video, a quick video. Mitt Romney is on a flight on his way to DC. Turns out the flight is full of patriots. Let's see how they fucking greeted Mitt Romney, folks.
What we think!
Okay, also, I got to run an ad real quick as well. Again, sorry that I'm running 2 back-to-back ads here, but I didn't run one at the top of 7. So, second ad here, top of the hour every hour while I go pee, while this video plays as well. If you want to avoid the ads, you know what the deal is. You can subscribe. Here's the ad. Okay.
Traitor! 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 Resign, Mitt! We want to know your connection to Burisma and Joe Biden, Mitt Romney. Your constituents want to know why you are not going to certify the Electoral College. We won't. Mitt Romney, you don't listen to your constituents.
It's never us.
You're one of maybe like a million who think opposite of you.
We're all paying press.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, do I run this again? Is it worth it? I was peeing. I didn't see.
We want to know your connection to Burisma and Joe Biden, Mitt Romney. Your constituents want to know why you are not going to certify.
Wait, I'm confused. Where is he? Like, there's no way he's sitting in fucking pleb class. Like, Romney is literally definitely far, far ahead in first class. Like, I'm surprised he's not private jetting it. Like, there's no way this is real. Mitt Romney doesn't fucking fly. Mitt Romney doesn't fly in fucking a commercial flight, dude.
You're one of maybe like a million who think opposite of you.
We're all paying press.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No first class because of style of plane. So what? Mitt Romney doesn't fucking fly in that style of plane. More of Mitt getting bullied at the airport? Wait, really?
How you doing?
Put your mask on.
Don't tell me what to do.
Please put your mask on. It's required by law in this airport.
I'm standing 6 feet away.
I'm sorry. It's required in this
Okay, I'll
airport.
tell you
Put
what,
your
because
mask
you know
on.
what? I'm going to go ahead and do it because I want to have a chat with you. Why aren't you supporting President Trump?
I do support the things President Trump does that I think I agree with.
You're not supporting him.
I'm sorry. I do agree with many of the things he is for, and I support those things.
Are you going to support him in the fraudulent vote system?
What?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Wait, why the fuck is he not flying in fucking first class? Where is he? What is he sitting on? Like, why is there like a official seal on his seat? Where is his security? Kind of feel bad, never feel bad for Mitt Romney. Are you fucking crazy? Are you insane? Why in the ever-loving fuck would you ever feel bad for Mitt Romney? Guys, we're talking about Mitt Romney. Like, do you know how fucking wealthy he is, dude? What? He has a literal fucking elevator for his cars, dude. Oh, election administrator talking about the
Standing
cab.
votes. Gabriel, do you think there are throughout the state?
Frankly, Wolf, I don't know right now because I've been having to answer questions every 2 minutes from people. We know there are a bunch out there. On top of the 171,000, we know there's another 12,000 election day votes that have to come in DeKalb County alone. But we have lots of counties that have no advance to no election day votes in, and some of those are Republican counties.
John King has a question for you, Gabriel.
And when you say you don't know the total universe, you mentioned in your conversation with Andrew.
Why does that stop us from feeling bad? Being rich isn't some free pass to shit on someone. He has some integrity as a Republican, which I would cheer. Just because he's rich is not the reason why you should feel bad for him or not feel bad for him. Obviously, like, I mean, I make more money than a lot of people as well, and I sometimes feel bad, and I let that frustration out routinely. The difference is Mitt Romney is a Republican senator. These are his demons, okay? These are the people that he literally ran as the president for against Barack Obama. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, not only is he responsible for Bain and the actual firing of numerous, like, if not hundreds of thousands of American fucking workers, but he himself has become a multimillionaire in the process, and he's a Republican senator who ran for president. These are his fucking people. Are you guys fucking crazy? Just because he like said he was he had integrity in a moment where he didn't have like that much to lose overall? Get the fuck out of here, dude. He's a staunch civil rights activist. Lefties in chat care more about class than anything else. It's so infuriating. A staunch civil rights advocate? What the fuck? What are you, fucking nuts, dude? It doesn't even have anything to do with fucking class. He's a Republican. Dude, that's such a dumb, delusional take. I'm sorry, but like, you are out of your fucking mind if you think Mitt Romney is like a civil rights advocate. Why? Because he said Black Lives Matter? What is going on, dude? Y'all are fucking crazy, dude. Holy shit. This motherfucker was in favor of ACB. Where's the civil rights advocacy there? Huh? Huh? Amy COVID Barrett. Where was his staunch opposition to someone who will work to dismantle civil rights in this country? Where was that then? What are y'all, crazy? God damn, dude. Liberals are so fucking gullible. Holy shit. All you need to do, yeah, so is Logan Paul, by the way. A staunch civil rights advocate because he said Black lives do matter. Oops.
States of America. People are watching here throughout the country. People are watching all over the world, and they're seeing democracy in Georgia right now. Gabriel, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for everything you're doing.
Thank you, Wolf. And one more thing. Go Dogs.
Okay. All right, John.
All politics is local. All sports is local.
Can I just add, go Bills?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to say congratulations, so I'll do it right here. People are worried about the Georgia Senate races, but amen for your Bills this year. Look, what we just heard is very significant, very significant. And he's right. We should give grace to these local officials who are tired. He says a local official just instead of 171 said 117. We'll watch. Let's watch. We've been through an interesting night and an interesting follow-up to a very interesting election cycle. We'll see if there's another dispute about the numbers, and we'll see how quickly come in. But the idea that if it's 170,000 plus versus that much smaller number, this could be the difference in these races because Democrats are getting 80% or more. If Democrats get 80% or more of those votes, each of these Democratic candidates could pick up net more than 100,000 votes. Could be 102, could be higher. Depends. Are you at 80? Are you at 79? Are you at 83? We'll watch as this plays up. But you could have a net of 100,000 votes or more just from those votes in DeKalb County. Now, if you're John Ossoff, probably not enough to get you past David Perdue, but it would get you very close,
Thanks,
right? It would get you very close.
535.
And if you're Raphael Warnock, if you have a net gain of 100,000 votes, well, then you're suddenly in the lead in this race here. So these votes in DeKalb County, and again,
this motherfucker runs for president on the Republican ticket, okay, gets fucking Comstered, and then a couple years later doesn't speak out against Republicans when Republicans are like routinely fucking doing racial agitation and shit. All of a sudden he says like Black Lives Matter when it is politically appropriate for him to do so, just like moderate Democrats do. Or he says normal things like, you know, you should get vaccinated or wear a mask. And everyone's like, oh, dude, oh my God, he's a literal fucking hero. Why do you think people are, I'll never understand why people are so desperate to find like heroes in the Republican Party when in fact there are rarely any fucking heroes in the Democratic Party to begin with. These people are all, none of them are your friends. They're all pieces of shit for the most part. They're all self-interested, and they all absolutely play a significant role in this unjust system that keeps most working class individuals oppressed, okay? That's the fucking reality. And Mitt Romney is on the worst side of that spectrum just by sheer virtue of being a Republican. Thank you, Runnin' Roman. I'm sorry, guys. Like, oh, thoughts on John McCain? Do not get me started on John motherfucking McCain. Revolutionary, pro-Vietnam, North Vietnam Liberation Front warrior John McCain, who downed more fucking fighter jets than the Vietnamese did individually. And any individual Vietnamese ever did. And
as Mr. Sterling noted, then you're going around the state. What about the Republican counties? Where are there places where you know Republicans are going to gain? So what are you looking at? Reliably Republican counties like Forsyth? Well, they're up to 99%. So if you get something there, it's going to be pretty small. You move over here to Cherokee County. These two counties were absolutely critical. Democrats were ahead early. The Republicans came back, but you're at 99%. You come up here, Pickens County, 58th. You know, they're not, as he said, I said they're small. Not all of them are tiny. There's a decent amount of votes here, but you see 11,000 votes. In the Atlanta suburbs, we're talking about tens of thousands of votes, sometimes more than 100,000 votes total. It's a smaller total here, but something to be picked up. A place like Gilmer County, again, 61 of 159, but only 74%. So there are some Republican votes here, a couple hundred votes there, a couple votes. This gets really close. This is what we're going to be going through late into the night, into the early morning, and potentially, Wolf, given our track record here for the next couple of days. I'm just moving across the top of the state just to see at 95% here. This here, Whitfield County.
You're going to need to see the gyno after this, big man. What? You talking to me? Lol chat malding maga. 40K ahead, cry libs. W for Purdue, cry chat. Chill, bruh. Following since 2 hours ago. How convenient. More overnight shipments for the Dems. No, now that the Dems hate women when they beat them. Okay, here, let me tell you something. Bitch. Here, I'll just show you this instead. If you knew how to read, you would read that these beads on my arm says, steal the vote, okay? But you're a Republican, so you don't know how to read. But hey, if you did, you would be able to read that it says, steal the vote. Okay, get better at stealing the vote, bitch. Okay, keep crying. Keep crying, little bitch. Sorry. This motherfucker is so oblivious that he's literally like, Purdue's winning. First of all, even if Purdue won, which he's not going to, it doesn't seem like it. But even if he did, that's not a W for you, you dumb fuck. Are you the Republican Party? Is that, I didn't realize that the literal fucking oil barons were in my chat getting excited for another dub for another fucking Republican senator. My bad. I'm so wrong. Like, you're probably some dumb delusional idiot who is just playing fucking team sports when it comes to politics. You're not gonna fucking win if Purdue wins, you dumb fuck. Chill, bro. Lol, he mad. Your tears fuel me. Wait, what? My tears? Okay, this dude's a troll, I think. There's no way, dude. I don't think he understands what's going on, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take it easy on him, okay? I don't think he understands what's going on, so it's fine. It's all good, brother.
Places like Fulton County, places like Detroit, places like Milwaukee, you're going to probably see epic attempts at new ways to make it almost impossible for black and brown people to vote. The hurdles are going to get higher, legislatively higher, because we don't even have the full Voting Rights Act to protect the vote. It's the same thing that happened when Barack Obama got elected against all odds as the first black president.
These people are crazy.
The minute that the Supreme Court gutted the Voting Rights Act, you saw Republicans go right after, immediately after black and brown voters, and you're going to see it again. I fear that the next legislative session in Georgia will be the same people who are getting lots of hand claps from the media for doing the right thing with Donald Trump, enacting vicious voter suppression laws in places like Georgia.
Yeah, just put the cam on Kornacki, dude.
That exact same thing, which is that, I mean, part of the political benefit of always staying on offense, ruthlessly staying on offense, even when you don't have the facts on your side, is that you force other people to accommodate you, to sort of make space for you. And so, you know, if you're Ted Cruz sitting there in the United States Senate thinking about yourself as a potential future president, you know, Donald Trump says, I didn't lose the election. The election was stolen from me. And Ted Cruz decides that he's going to run with that. I made that up. I don't think that's his name. How is he going to run with it? He's going to run with it in a way that uses that manufactured crisis in a way that will benefit himself and his party in future ways. And so what Ted Cruz says is, I'm going to object to the seating of the electors because we need a commission to study all these accusations of fraud. Well, what is that commission going to conclude?
Okay, this is boring.
Couple of points. It was not enough to get them to the 50% threshold. But now we're looking at a scenario in which this race is going to be very, very tight. And as you heard Gabriel Sterling just say, when we get this tranche of votes from DeKalb, it could end up putting the Democrats up for some time. We don't know how long because there are still more votes outstanding. But that's a complete change of fortunes. And it's one that I think it should be a wake-up call for Republicans.
And speaking of Gabriel Sterling, Republican election official from Georgia, who the other day felt the need to go and refute point by point all of the conspiracy theory lies that President Trump and his allies have been pushing, I find it hard to believe that Gabriel Sterling, who knows...
Wait, what?
Be the first Jewish senator, but I don't know if it will be the first Jewish senator, but it could be in terms of Ossoff, but...
Wait, what? I mean, it's not even just Bernie Sanders erasure. Like, the fuck do you think Chuck Schumer is? Like, what the fuck? Like, does she mean like... I mean, there's hella Jewish senators, dude. What the fuck? Al Franken? The cab came in. Why isn't it showing? Oh, maybe from Georgia? I don't know what the fuck she's trying to say. Yeah, Feinstein. It's probably from in Georgia. There's no way she didn't know. There's no way she didn't fucking know that there's Jewish senators, dude. What the fuck? Oh, that's she probably means from Georgia. Okay, when is it going to
you
come
know,
in?
the Republican elected officials in that state that they did not do what he wanted them to do, which is flip the state of Georgia to him. So President Trump made it clear what his intentions were. He signaled that to his supporters, and it very much seems like many of them just didn't show up.
Yeah, and the message that Republicans who were, organizing the strategy for both of these candidates felt was a very strong one was the basic, you have to elect these Republicans to have a check on the Democratic president, to have, dual control, split control in Washington. And if you don't, there's going to be total Democratic control. They felt that in their data beforehand and in all their testing of that message, that it was a really strong one. But they ran into a buzzsaw, which is the president of the United States.
Stop, dude.
There was a lot of concern, according to Republicans I talked to,
that
that message just completely got drowned out by Donald Trump saying that this election is rigged and, all of the attacks on the governor and the secretary of state and so forth. And again, it just made it incredibly confusing for voters, no matter what happens at the end of the day.
And think about this. First of all, President Trump swore an oath to protect the people of the United States, and he should be.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Fuck it. I don't care. Okay. Hey, so one thing that look, I am no big city lawyer, but it seems to me like calling people terrorist Fidel Castro supporters and all these other things don't really matter. Oh, it's a key race alert.
David Perdue, the Republican, all of a sudden.
God damn it, dude.
With 94.
It's over. It's done. It's done. We can't really see, but here, maybe
came in here in DeKalb County. And you can see here now a 200,000 vote margin for Jon Ossoff in DeKalb County, 82.5% of the vote. Let's check Raphael Warnock, 82.2% of the vote. This one still has to. We'll come back to that. Here you can see
he's
Ossoff,
mad.
200,000 vote edge. What did that do to the statewide tally? Now Ossoff trails by 2,000.
What up, Jericho? Jericho's fraudulent vote came in.
That was over 100,000. We're talking about that Purdue lead growing and growing and being over 100,000. With that update, again, that's not everything. There is still a little bit more to come from DeKalb County. With that update, Ossoff has almost entirely erased what David Perdue's lead had been. Let's check now again if we've got the Warnock Loeffler vote here in DeKalb County. There it is. Okay. Warnock now 83.2%, a margin of 204,000 votes. Now remember, he was already doing better statewide than Jon Ossoff. Raphael Warnock has taken the lead statewide in Georgia right now. He leads by 32,000 votes and change. So with that update from overwhelmingly Democratic DeKalb County, what you just got in there was early vote and I'm sorry. What you just got in there was early vote. Again, not all of it. There is still some more to come. That's most of it. But what you've got here is that has put Raphael Warnock into a 32,000 vote lead statewide. That has brought Jon Ossoff within 2,140 votes of David Perdue statewide. Let's reset now in terms of what is still to come in. These things just got very, very close. And that is not at all.
That
was 2 hours ago.
Are the size of those bubbles proportional?
Yes, that's exactly. Boy, that I nearly had a heart attack.
I want to thank Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez for securing this election, for the communist Democrats. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you, Maduro. Thank you, Fidel. And thank you, Che Guevara. I'm going to go and make sweet, sweet love to a Dominion machine, a communist Dominion machine that literally is only printing out communist manifestos. I heard in DeKalb County, you literally fucking put your ballot into the reader and it spits out a communist manifesto. It is crazy. Shouts out to the boys, the boy them. Thank you, Lenin. Thank you, Xi Jinping. Big deal overall that communism is prevailed in America.
With all of that DeKalb vote getting reported out, these bubbles just dramatically changed size because that was overwhelming the lion's share of what's out there. But you still see a circle. I'll circle the circle. You still see a circle in DeKalb County. So there is more from what you just saw. There is more of that to come. Not a ton, but there is some more to come from DeKalb County that will be overwhelmingly Democratic. So Ossoff and Warnock will still get some more out of DeKalb County. There is also a little bit more now from Fulton County, and we took you through this a few minutes ago. What we think we're dealing with in Fulton County here is the mail vote. So again, they were about 10,000 or so mail ballots they had coming into Election Day in Fulton County that they were not able to process and get reported out earlier tonight. So we are waiting on those 10,000 or so mail ballots, plus in Fulton County, whatever came in today, in the mail today, in drop boxes today throughout Fulton County. It could be 15,000 or so more mail votes to come in Fulton County. Again, those will be overwhelmingly Democratic, probably at 75.
He's saying mail votes.
We are
like
waiting
the Mayo ass.
here in Cobb County on some early vote here. So again, there's an opportunity in Cobb County. It's not a ton, but there is an opportunity in Cobb County for the Democrats to get a little bit more. Two more here we are waiting on. Newton County. This one is close right now, but it is. We have the same day vote, we believe, has basically been processed in Newton County. So it is still, I believe that is the early vote. Is that right, Adam? Check me on that. The early vote to come in Newton. Okay, I want to double check on that. But again, we talk about those Democratic counties in the Atlanta metro area. Newton is typically one of them. You can see right now Ossoff is a little bit under the Biden number. Also, we have some vote from Henry County. I think this may be same day vote in Henry County. So again, we want to see what the same day vote should be less pro-Democratic, should be more Republican, but are Democrats still gaining votes with the same day vote to be counted, or are Republicans going to gain some votes there? But it's these Atlanta metro area, really 5 counties here in the Atlanta metro area, and I believe Henry just reported. There you go. I think you're basically looking at Henry County right now, and you can see Ossoff. Okay, so Ossoff is going to finish up here in Henry County 1.5 points above the Joe Biden number from November. Raphael Warnock, about 2 points above the Joe Biden vote from November. What does this do to the statewide picture? We just took one of those counties pretty much off the board. Warnock's lead here, again, is sitting at, let me get this off the screen here, too. Warnock's lead here is sitting at 19,000, and Perdue's lead is sitting at about 20,000. So we've got those. It's now 4 counties, really, 4 big places there in the Atlanta metro area. This bubble, give you deja vu for the November election. This bubble around Chatham County where Savannah is, that is getting larger here. We think there are about 20,000 votes left to come here. Now, a point of clarification, a minute ago, I said, they went home in Chatham County. We're not getting anything more tonight. They did go home, but apparently they did a lot of work before they left that is going to be released after they leave. So what we are now hearing from Chatham County is that there is a release of votes that is imminent here in Chatham County that could be the rest of the votes in Chatham County after everybody has left. So somebody stayed to release the vote, but apparently we are waiting on that. So these are the biggest pieces of real estate that are left here. There's also, here in Richmond County where Augusta is, I think we are waiting on a little bit of the mail vote right there. There's some scattering here in some other places, but there are.
We lost Karnacki.
Lead here. So DeKalb County, we said all night that would decide whether or not these races were going to get competitive, whether we're going to have a game-changing.
I want to know what the Fox News boys are saying. But I guess we won't find out.